Hello, I'm here with
Anna?
Anna. I have a couple of questions to ask you. My story is being an international student, paying tuition, the disadvantages and advantages of that. One of my questions is a visa is hard to find if you're an international student. So, how do you work in a country that would require that?
Um, so, like, first you need to find a job. And after you find a job, then you apply for the visa. And the visa is really expensive. And where I'm from an island, so we need to send the visa away to another country for it to get processed. It takes time, shipping costs, blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. I mean, it's pretty difficult.
It's pretty difficult, yeah.
Do you find it difficult to pay your bills and keep up with schoolwork?
For me, I would say that I'm quite lucky because my parents are supporting me, so they're paying for like rent and groceries and all of that. But I'm still working because I still want to like have my own pocket money. But I have friends who have to work to pay their own bills, and it's pretty tough to working like 20 to 24 hours because we're limited to that time limit and still meeting ends and paying all the bills. Like even the phone bill is so expensive now.
Makes sense, yeah. So even though you're paying more than a Canadian citizen, do you see any advantages in paying what you pay?
No, no, totally not. Because we pay double than a Canadian citizen. We don't get help from our government. We also, like, I think it's really not worth it for the price that I'm paying sometimes. And because I have two classes, for example, that are almost the same thing. Why are you making me pay for two classes that are the same and I'm paying extra? So, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Hello, my name is Yvonne Rusanga. I'm here today with
David.
David. So you're an international student, and I'd like to ask you a couple questions um, on you paying tuition and the advantages of that. Could you at least give me one advantage of paying the tuition that you pay, uh, similar to that of a Canadian citizen?
Well, it gives us an opportunity to get a better education than back home. So yeah, that's the major positive in everything.
How easy was it for you to get accustomed to the environment being an international student?
It wasn't so hard because we find international students who had been here previously, so they kind of help you, give you direction, and Canadians are friendly, so they make it easy as well. So yeah.
Do you find it easy to pay your bills and work at the same time?
It's tough for most international students, I won't lie, because I'm coming from where we come from. It's not as we are definitely paying a lot more than we would be paying back home. So it's a little tough, but we do what we can. You do what you can.
One more question, David. Are there any scholarships or grants that are available for international students?
Yeah, they are, but a lot of them come tied to particular programs, and they are not very many. And the number of international students, I think we contribute a big number a lot of the times. So they're just for a few people. So most of the time, for the regular international student, you'd have to really either be very lucky or you do very well at school. And of course, there's standards, so there's someone who's always going to do better. But there, hopefully, I don't know, they can be increased. The number of grants could be increased, the amount of funding, yeah.
Thank you so much, David. Hello, my name is Ivan Rosanga, and I'm here with.
Karen Ornelas.
So, one of my questions is, a visa is hard to acquire if you're an international student. So, how do you work in a country that would require that?
For me, it wasn't that hard
And why is that?
because basically I came to Canada before, so I was studying for a summer school like English and French. So I think this helped me to obtain the student visa.
Okay. Do you find it difficult to pay your bills and keep up with schoolwork?
Yeah, I find it really hard due to the fact that as international students we are allowed only to work 20 hours. So basically, the international tuition does not allow us to pay like the high amount. So my family is helping me, and then when you exchange the currency, so of course it's a lot more money than paying with your own currency.
Um, how easy was it for you to get accustomed to this Western type environment?
I think one of the hardest thing for me was to get used to with the weather because it was really cold, and also I wasn't prepared for to spend that long time with different people. But I think it was just time. But now I'm really good with getting used to with the people.
So since we're on the strike right now, as we speak, there is no classes right now. How do you think that affects you as an international student?
I actually feel that coming to Canada was going to get a better education. So for me, this like basically disappoints me. I can understand the professor's point of view, but also as an international student, as I was telling you before, we don't get many benefits of like working or something, so we are really limited. So I will say that this basically what happened during the strike. I don't really think that it's worth it to pay that much tuition just to study.
You need like a refund at least.
Yeah, I think the main benefits will be just to be in a nice country, but what I was thinking about getting a better education wasn't that good.
Thank you so much for your time.
I just like the